Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're back for more Xuja aircraft model build and unboxing. And today we're going to be showing you guys the SU-25 fighter jet, or the Frogfoot as they call it. And this is a Ukrainian Air Force fighter, but originally Russian. But this one is decoed in Ukrainian Air Force colors, which is super interesting. And it's the first, I think it's one of the very first Ukrainian Air Force colors that we ever got in a model kit, especially this one. Well, this one is a pre-painted model, and it's almost like Lego or the Airfix quick build. And this is the cheaper budget model, and it's fantastically built, as you can see with all the other videos that I've built before, that I've shown you guys before. And these are fantastic models, and highly recommend getting these guys because these are super fantastic so far. And I can't wait to see what else Xuja is going to be coming out, you know, bringing out more different varieties of airplanes, and of course maybe some better detailed landing gears in the future. But so far, this is one of the latest ones, and I can't wait to open this one up for you guys. So there it is. Here's the box. Got a lovely picture of the SU-25 Frogfoot on the front of the box here, decoed in Ukrainian Air Force colors. Really like those camouflage patterns that they painted on here. It's almost pixelated type of camouflage. This is a 1/72 scale collection, ages 3, for ages 3 and up. Okay. And then looking at the back of the box here, we got another picture of it. So there's not really much going on here. So we got moving landing gears. Of course, we got an opening cockpit canopy, which is fantastic with all these Xujas. At least we have those type of details. So we got another detail here at the side. Let me just clear the screen up. Forward elevation, top and side elevation. That's fantastic. And then another picture here. Oh, this is just the info of the jet. So if you want to pause the screen, take a good read here. All right, fantastic. So without further ado, guys, let's crack right into the box and let's see what we've got. So as you can see here, guys, so we have 3 bags of parts, not 4 bags like we get with the F-14 Tomcat before in my previous video. So there's not really much going on over here. So the main bag here, we've got wings and fuselage elements. Looks super cool. And then in the other bag, we've got the of course the display stand, and then we've got the cockpit canopy. Let's just clear the screen up a little. Sorry about that, guys. So we got the cockpit inside there. We got the landing gear components, the outer canopy, the landing, these little tires, the plastic tires. It's awesome. And of course, in the final bag here, we've got weapons. So we got the bombs, we got the fuel tanks, and all sorts of gimmicky weapons. Awesome. Really, really awesome. All right, 3 bags of parts. And now, the beautiful colorized instruction manual that we always get with Xuja. Fantastic. I mean, honestly, really like the way the jet looks. So there's 9 steps here, which is of course the finished look in the 9th step. So the 8 steps is the assembly itself. So without further ado, guys, that's it. Let's just start building this airplane, and let's just see what it looks like up close and personal. The finished SU-25 Frogfoot jet. It looks fantastic, guys. I mean, the build process was very straightforward. It's super easy. There weren't any difficulties with putting this together. All the parts were very smooth, and I'm not sure about you guys. Maybe you guys might have a similar experience than I am. And hopefully, when you build this, it'll be much smoother. The parts just go straight in very smoothly, instead of, you gotta press it very tightly. All the weapons, when they go into the wings, especially in the bottom here, they're very, very smooth. You know, they weren't very tight. So yeah, I mean, it's fantastic, guys. I love the colors on this one. It's super cool. It's a good thing I kept this one for last. And the size of the jet is not really big-ish. It's a very nice size to go on your shelf for display, you know? Look at that. The front profile, it's fantastic. I mean, it's super, super cool. I mean, the Russians really know how to build fighter jets. I mean, so here it is, guys. There's the SU-25 Frogfoot. And yeah, it's very nicely painted, guys. I mean, there are some scuff marks is to be expected with these models. So there's the front of the nose. Okay, it's got a little blunt part right here at the front. It's not a perfectly sharp end, so there's a slight blunt up here, which is typical with SU-25s. So we got a green paint application right over here. There's a little green there. So we got this dark gray coloration going on here. That's the camouflage pattern, because it's got a Minecraft thingy like Tetris blocks going on there. That's pretty cool. And then we got number 09. Okay, that's the number of the airplane. And then we got this, looks like caution sign, and that's in probably in Ukrainian language right there. Okay, there's the cockpit canopy, which we'll get into that in just a few minutes. All right, and there's more dark gray camouflage here. This is slightly lighter dark gray. This is a much darker gray. And then the engine cowling over here, the outer cover for the engines. And there's the interior. There's no details in there whatsoever. It's very blank. They could have at least added some, you know, some intake details, but they didn't. And there's some nice colors right here. This triangle color. We got red, we got yellow, we got dark gray there. That's pretty cool. All right. And then going on to the midsection here, the midsection of the airframe. We got more of that beautiful camouflage details. Little square there. Really, really cool. I mean, this is super awesome stuff here, guys. I mean, I'm not sure how they did this, but it's really, really good. Like the details on this. And there's the back of the intakes. Now, of course, the intakes at the back of the engine, there are details there. You can see the intake. You can see the exhaust nozzle details there. I'm surprised they didn't do it for the front, though. They should have at least added that detail at the front there, but they didn't. But for the rear intakes, just like with all the other Xuja fighter jets, they did that. They add these little details there. Only the front intakes, no detail, but the rear nozzle, they add details. Super cool. Okay, that's all right. Not too bad. And there's the tail. Okay, not much paint detail going on down here. It's very blank. It's just one color. And then the top here, we've got your camouflage. Okay. It's dark gray here. Lighter, darker gray here. Not bad. Two different types of camouflage details. And there's the Ukrainian Air Force emblem, I suppose. Maybe that's what it is. Number 09. And we got this green at the top of the tip of the tail. The tail on the SU-25 is more of a triangular shape, vertical stab. Very cool. And as we look at the other side of the jet, we've got the same detail, you know, the same 09 with caution sign there, a little green right there. And that triangle detail is the same as on the other side. So it's just a repeat. And the top of the wings, let's just clear the screen up. So we got Ukrainian Air Force emblem, the roundel, Ukrainian Air Force roundel there. More green at the ends here on the tip of the wings. I'm not really sure what this part is called right here. It's really interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just some sort of pylon for weapons or something like that. I'm not sure. If any one of you guys know what this part is called, please let me know down in the comments. That'll be very helpful. And that's the bottom. So we got your landing gears. Now the landing gears on this SU-25 model is very, very short. As you can see here, it's the shortest landing gear I've ever seen in these Xuja models. Really, really short. They do roll. So only the forward gear, you can actually turn them, but it's a little tight on mine. So yeah, you can turn the wheels. But I won't even recommend turning these guys, because once you put them in, I mean, you wouldn't want to turn these. You're just going to have to leave them exactly as it is and just put them on the display stand and display it if you want to display these models. But if you're a kid playing with these, no problem. You can just roll around with it and swoosh it around the house if you want to. No problem at all, because this is like a toy as well. Lots of very cool details on this one, guys. Sorry about that. My camera is kind of playing out a little. There's the weapons down here. So we've got 2 green bombs or fuel tanks. I'm not sure. Maybe they're fuel tanks. And then there's another longish weapon here. I'm not really sure what that's called. Maybe it's a bomb or a missile or something. I'm not sure. And this one looks very interesting. This one's got little dots in it. Maybe this one has little flares or little rockets or something that's inside here and they shoot out. Maybe that's what it is. And there's a bomb that looks like a bomb. Okay, there's a missile. Okay, and we got the same thing on this side. So we've got repeats. So we've got the same type of weapons here and on this side. Awesome. Cool. There's the bottom. That's where the display stand goes. Okay. More details down here. So there's not much going on. Typical with Xuja, they never add extra details right at the bottom of the fuselage. Everything here is so blank at the bottom of the jet. No camouflage details, but none of that at all. So most of the details are at the top, the sides, you know, or on the tail, vertical stabs. Yeah. So now let's just take a look at the cockpit canopy like I promised earlier. Before I forget, so there's the cockpit, very tiny. At least they painted that. That's cool. At least they painted the outlines here for the frame. That's very, very cool. Now the cockpit canopy is a little tight on mine. You just have to stick your fingers. If you have fingernails, you just have to stick it under here and carefully push it up. Let me just show you that one more time. See, look, yeah, very tight. Okay, just put your fingernails right under the canopy and carefully. There you go. Lift it up without breaking anything, and slowly lift it up. There you go, just like that. And there's your interior canopy detail. How awesome is that? Wow. It's a shame though they don't put any figures inside there though. Alright, so there you go guys. There's the cockpit canopy detail and there's the completed model of the SU-25. It is a super duper model. Now let's just compare it with all the others that I have so far and we'll be right back. Okay guys, you can see here these are the 6 models that I have so far in my collection. As for the other jets and helicopters, I don't currently own them right now since I've given them away. So because these are to scale guys, these are the 1/72 scale jets and they are not odd scales like the SU-35. So that's why I got these to put together because these are to scale with each other. So I think the smallest one right now in the collection in the 1/72 scale in Xuja is the brand new SU-25 Frogfoot. So as you can see here, it is a lot smaller than the A-10 Thunderbolt II. I mean, this one is a little larger compared with the SU-25. I'm very surprised that the SU-25 is a very small jet. It's a very small size fighter. And then the F-14, this is the very first model that I actually covered about 2-3 weeks ago. You know, this is one of the newer ones, the repaint of the original, the Jolly Rogers F-14. Okay, this is the Dandy version one, if I'm not mistaken, Randy or Dandy. And then SU-25, and this is the second one I reviewed about nearly a couple of weeks ago. Okay, really awesome. These are a brand new one as well. And then finally the SU-25, and then behind there is one of the earliest one, the SU-57. That's one of the earliest releases by Xuja. And of course, they made 2 colors of that one. They made 2 different variants. I actually reviewed the very first one in my previous videos about a while back now. You can feel free to check those videos out, guys. I'll leave it down below in the description, the link down below. So as you can see here, that we got this Chinese J-35 fighter jet. That's a very nice design, guys. I like the shape of this jet, by the way, even though it is so reminiscent, very close to the F-35 in terms of shape, you know, in design. But even though this particular fighter jet is not designed for VTOL, you know, vertical takeoff and landing, this one's got 2 engines, whereas the F-35 only has 1 engine. This is the 6 that I can show you guys so far. So if you'd like to see some more Xuja videos, guys, please let me know down below in the comments and I'll do my very best to do them. So, but at the moment, I haven't heard any more news from Xuja lately, what other models they're gonna bring out, but if you guys heard anything about what new stuff's coming out by Xuja, please let me know down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to go check them out. And if they're available, if any new models come out on Shopee Malaysia, I would go grab them, and I'll do a video for it for you guys. So there you go. I mean, this is a fantastic little collection, guys. If you haven't owned these yet, please do. If you're interested in getting these budget models, these are super affordable. They're not very expensive. The colors on these are very fantastic. I mean, so far, Xuja has done an absolutely brilliant job in capturing the details and colors of these jets. And they're not just very plain looking, they're super nice. I mean, I think, I really hope that, I think the only gripe I have is with the SU-27, the cockpit canopy. They didn't paint the frames for the canopy, you know, the color, the outline that goes around the frames. That's the only gripe I have with this particular model. Whereas all the later variants, the later releases of these new jets, like the F-14, the J-35, A-10, you know, they all have painted cockpit frames, which is fantastic. I mean, I really hope that Xuja, if they re-release the SU-57, please give us painted canopies. You know, if you're a modeler yourself, if you can paint these, you can absolutely use your own colors and paint the frames around, but make sure you have to match the correct color for this one, because it actually matches the color of this particular camouflage pattern here. Okay, so there you have it, guys. There's the end of today's video. Signing off now. And if you guys like to see more, please let me know, and I'll do my very best. And if you like today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel out. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel so far. I mean, I'm doing well with the Matchbox Skybuster stuff at the moment. I'm still looking for new stuff, new Matchbox Skybusters, but we're gonna get new ones next year, so we're just gonna have to wait for Mix 1. As for Xuja, we're also on the waiting list now, waiting for new models coming out. Hopefully, like one of you guys last time mentioned, that Xuja is going to be planning to make realistic landing gears for these models. And so looking forward to that. Not sure what new models they're going to be releasing. Hopefully they will do the F-18, the Super Hornet, or maybe another type of fighter jets that we've not seen in the collection so far. So there you go. If you have thoughts, you leave them down below, you know, comment, I'll read them. And thank you guys so much, guys, once again for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys again next time for more Xuja airplane model unboxing. Signing off now. See you guys. Till next time.